I've created a data pack to play Blood on a Block Tower in Minecraft. In this video, I will show how to set up a game and play. And later, I will show how to set up a world also. This data pack will come on GitHub. There will be a link in the description. We have several houses in this village, and each is connected to a private chat room. We are using a simple voice chat. It's a mod for proximity chat, and there is possibility to have private groups. To not have to deal with the user interface, each room is connected to a voice chat group. So if you look here, we got automatically added to auto room 10, and then there is a sign here that shows that this is busy, so people don't enter by mistake. And this disappears after a while. And if I go here, I will see that I'm in a different chat room. So we need to set up the players. I am operator on the server, and if I go to creative mode, I will automatically receive a book that I need, and then I can come back to adventure mode. The first thing that I will need to do is set myself as a storyteller. And after I will go to my players and I will go next to them and set player 1. You can see that Miss Sophie is set as player 1 in this set. Then set player 2 and player 3. Then player 4, player 5, and player 6. There is 2 more seats, but we don't have to use all the seats. Note that everybody would have received some books, and one of the book is the players, and this is a list of players, and you can see in order who is sitting where, so that you can know who is your neighbor. Then we also need to set up the script. So we will have received the script. Everybody got it, but we can modify it. There's a special book for the storyteller that can activate or deactivate some roles. So we can just, for example, add Acrobat. And if we look at the script, Acrobat is in there. And we can remove it, for example, and it's removed. Then we will need to do some drafting of the rules. First, we need to prepare the bag of tokens. We take back this setup book, and we can choose what tokens we want to put in the bag. So let's put an imp, and maybe poisoner. For something interesting, we'll add a lunatic, and then a mayor, cannibal, and a fortune teller. We can see that we have added all these roles there. We have to distribute them. So we go in the command book, roles, distribute, and everybody gets roles. We can see also in the logs who got what. There will be some few things to do here, because one of them will have received the wrong role. So we can see that we have received a grimoire that contains all the assignment of the roles. And here, if you look for the lunatic, Mr. Winterbottom drafted lunatic, but he's not a lunatic because he drafted that. I mean that there is a lunatic in the game, which is the person who drafted the imp. So we will have to exchange. So let's edit Miss Sophie to be the lunatic. Let's go back in the grimoire and then go back to Mr. Winterbottom and to exchange and set him as an imp. Everybody has received a role token like that. If you select it, it will show the name of the role. If you hover it, you will see the definition. But once everybody is done reading, we can actually destroy those. They disappear. And then we ask everybody to go to their room. So we'll have to do our first night and ask everybody to join their own room. In this case, our villagers have no AI, so they will not move, but we have to imagine they are in different rooms. We would have to prepare a grimoire. For example, the fortune teller should have a red herring. Let's say the red herring is James. Let's add a reminder. Fortune teller, red herring. Then we can start to talk to people. For instance, we can go to the lunatic and just claim that they are the imp and talk to them and tell them some story about who is their minion. Then we can go to, let's see, the poisoner, von Schneider. Tell them that the demon is, let me see, who is the demon? Mr. Winterbottom. We'll ask them, who do you want to poison this night? And let's say they want to poison the Certobi. We can add a reminder there that Certobi is poison. And we can continue to talk to people that way. Once we have talked to everybody, we can start the first day and set the time. In the morning, everybody will come back to the town square. And once everybody is ready, after getting whatever news from the night, we can start the timer. And we go for discussion. And now here, our player will have 5 minutes to talk to each other, either publicly or in different rooms. When the times run out, we just will go to the nomination automatically. Players will come back. And we can start a nomination and votes. So, we can go to nomination, and if someone, for example, Miss Sophie, nominates Certobi, we will click on Certobi. Certobi is nominated. Then, after some debate, we can start the clock. We set some votes here. And we can count down and say the vote will start in 3, 2, 1. Let's start the vote. Certobi is marked for execution. Let's say there is another nomination. We could say one rider. Set 3 votes as well. And we can start the vote as well. And the vote get cancelled. There are things, for example, if someone died, let's kill James. Just show how it works. James is now a ghost. Let's reset the votes. You can see that the light has changed because James now is a ghost and has only 1 vote. If we do a nomination, and then we start the clock. And if we reset the votes, you can see that James doesn't have any vote anymore. Anyway, once we are done with votes, and if we have someone marked for execution, we can ask the person to come here. And then we can use a guillotine. Boom! And the person dies. And once we have done that, we can go to the next night. So now we have seen how to set up a game and play the game. But we do need to set up a world before we can do that. So now this is the part of the video where I will show how to set up a server. You will need a simple voice chat, which is a mod on both the clients and the server. And then there is some tools with this data pack that will help you set up the world. Now this world is completely set and I don't want to modify it, and it's easier to show from scratch. So I will jump onto a fresh server and show you how to set up the world. The first thing we want to do when setting up our world is set up the rooms. So we will set up one room here. I've made a small house here. And I need some tools. So for that, I will call a function, which is room, create room. And this will give us some tools. We'll use the start room one. And then we will go put it in the corner, and the opposite corner we'll end it with end room one. Let's remove this there, put it there. And then we can take back some block here and put it here. So you can see that I'm with the group in the group here, and if I go out, it works. And I can check that this works here. Top it works. Everything is fine. And of course, now we want to set some markers here for showing that this is busy, and we want to probably put it here on the doorway. We have up to 4 markers for each room. We can put the number 1 here. And if we go here, it will show. And this is done. Well, now you need several rooms, and you probably need 1 room at least for every player, because you want to go there at night. We also want to set up the voting system. By default, the data pack is generated for 4 players, but for 8 players, sorry, and but we can generate for more, but let's do it for 8. Now I'll just make some holes, yes, just to remember where things should be. Let's take some blocks also. Just let's put there. There. This is where we'll put some signs. So let's put some blocks here. So what we need to do is get some tools for that. Let's get rid of this block. We don't need that now. And we call the function block give building blocks. It's a lot of things, and then we will start with player. Put this one here. Oh. We'll start with this one. Player 1. Let's say we start here. We have to set up this here, this here, this here, this. That's 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, there's nothing happening now because we don't. We need to have a block to start things. So, well, let's take a block again. No matter what. Here, we put that here. Oh, it's not working yet. Let's put those here, and let's get the levers. And then this one. So the lever, I want to put it here, 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 here. There, there. I was wondering about if I do this. Oh yeah. Now we don't see any spotlights here. We can put some armor stand, for example. Let's put this here. And then we can just take the book and mark them as put ourselves as storyteller and then set player 1. And then the player 1 is set. You can see that. So you can use armor stand for as debug. And we need one more thing, which is the player sign. Let's remove this. Let's see. Player sign 2 is here. Stream 1. Let's see. Player sign 4. We can put it here. 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can put the signs here. Those don't update until you set up the player. So if I just set player, it will reset things. Let's put the second one, the third, fourth, fifth, 6, 7, 8, and we're set up. We can just put more armor stands just to test things. Let's see here. And more here. Let's mark them as players. That's player 2. And that's player 3. Interesting, this one is reversed, so let's see if we can do something about that. Let's see, set player 4. Set player 5. And then set player 6. No, didn't work. Set player 6. No. Player 7. Set player 8. So we notice that this one is reversed. So let's remove this block first. And let's this is a player 3. We can look for the lever for player 3 and put it there, for example. And this is the lever. Oh, I took the wrong one. Lever 3. Okay, lever 3. Facing there. And let's reset. And this is still wrong. Okay. Let's see. Oh no, it's reset. I'm not sure what happened. Yeah. And everything should be set now. All the signs work. And all the vote light works. We can try to kill someone just to see how that works. But there's a few more things that we can set up. And where are they? The bed and the guillotine. Them there and there. So the bed is it's where all the sound will come from. So we can put it anywhere. The sound will come from here, but you can put it in the bed. And then you can put the guillotine here. So if I put the guillotine there in the middle, it will jump here, but it's not the best things to do like that. We want to put maybe a slab that will break the block that falls. Let's see, any slab was here, so now it will fall here. Let's test that. Yes, pivot cutting. Yes, we can test the sound work by setting the time, for example, and the sound comes from here. Well, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and see you next time.